Hi there, Mark Brantley, your credit union evangelist, spreading the good news about CUs, or in other words, spreading the good news about credit unions. And I'm excited today, thankful that you are tuning into my channel and in turn this video, because we have a very exciting topic. Well, at least it's exciting to me. And that is how to search and find an all access or an open access credit unions, because those are hard to find. But you know what? There is a list that exists. And before we get into how to go about searching for an all access credit union, I just would like you to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, please hit the like button as well, so that we can continue to provide service to those that are interested in joining credit unions, because quite frankly, there's not enough information. As a matter of fact, there are those that may not even know the distinction between credit unions and banks, knowing that credit unions are not-for-profit, banks are for-profit. Credit unions put people before profits. Banks put profits before people. Why? Because banks have to report earnings in the form of dividends in order to appease and please their shareholders. Now, on the other hand, credit unions have members, and the financial cooperative is owned by the members. When it comes to the governance structure, and I've mentioned this on my previous video, when it comes to governance, you as a member of a credit union have an equal right to have a voice in how the credit union is governed. You have a right to be appointed to the board of directors. You have a right to be appointed to the supervisory committee. And you know what? Each member has one vote. Each member is treated equally, as opposed to banks. If you have a great amount on deposit, you typically have more voice in how the institution is run. As a matter of fact, you have greater weight in having directors appointed to your board. Quite a distinct difference between the governance structure of credit unions and that of banks. Also, credit unions are not-for-profit because of the social good that it provides. Affordable, low-interest loan products, how there is the fight against predatory lending, so that those that fall prey to payday loans where there's high interest rates and a never-ending debt cycle, you have the ability to join a credit union so that you could be able to pay off that loan and then replace it with what is called a payday alternative loan, in which the loan's interest rate is much lower than a payday loan, and also the fees, if any, are very low as well. So those are just a couple of distinctions between credit unions and banks. I often repeat this because, quite frankly, it's not known in the general community. I know there is the pursuit to find the best high-paying savings rate on CDs and other savings accounts, and also there is the need to seek out loan rates that are the lowest. But credit unions provide much more than just high savings rates and low loan rates. They do a lot of community activism. When I say community activism, I mean community support. We, as credit unions, we give large contributions to a lot of not-for-profit organizations that provide safety nets in the community. It could be just an animal shelter that receives a donation from a credit union. It could be the American Red Cross. It could be the Cancer Society. There are various not-for-profit safety net organizations that credit unions partake in contributing to strengthen communities where their members reside. So without further ado, why don't we talk about how to access the open membership credit unions and where that list is? Well, I am fortunate to be able to point you to this particular website. It's created by someone that I happen to know. His name is Ken Tuman, and he is with LendingTree. And LendingTree, as you know, is a company that publishes very much rates from various institutions, banks, and credit unions alike. And they provide the information so that you can then make an informed decision as to who you desire to bank with. So Ken has come up on this particular website with LendingTree, and the website is, and I don't need to actually share my screen because I'm going to walk through it, but the website address is www.deposit-credit-unions/anyone-can-join/. Now, don't worry about it because I'm going to put this in the description, the address. So all you have to do is click on it in order to find an open access credit unions. But let me repeat that once again. The website is www.depositaccounts, that's one word, .com/credit-unions/anyone-can-join/. Now that's the website. Now, if you put that in your address bar as I was speaking, then why don't you go with me to the website? And the first page that appears, the website is entitled, or the page is entitled, "The Big List of Credit Unions Anyone Can Join." Doesn't that sound exciting? The big list of credit unions anyone can join. So when you scroll down, you will notice that Ken Tuman has drafted a narrative about how he thought it would be useful to list these credit unions. And he did this on his own initiative. And I'm very much appreciative of him doing this so that you would be able to search and find an all-access credit union. And guess what? He updates that information daily. And that means he is a dedicated financial services executive, if you will. Someone that is very much in tune with finance and in the banking space. As a matter of fact, I see his tweets on X where he tweets out pertinent information concerning CD rates, bank rates, and also other economic and financial news. So when you scroll down, you'll see where it says an overview of the all access credit union list. And he mentions that this list is now updated daily. And by default, the list is based on asset size. And then if you were to actually click on the credit union, it would give you, it would take you to a page of that credit union, and that credit union will have, or rather that page will have the credit union's financial information. It will have branch locations. It will have the financial health of that credit union. It will also list on this page, it does initially, the asset size of the credit union and where it's located. So why don't we take a look? And the first credit union that's at the top of the list, and this is by asset size, the largest by asset size, that is all access. Now, Navy Federal Credit Union used to be at the top of the list, but they are no longer all access. You have to be a member of the military. But PenFed Credit Union, that has membership that is primarily military based, nevertheless has an all access membership. And if you were to actually click on under the asset size, how you qualify, it then pops up the eligibility requirements. And in this instance, it says membership in PenFed is now open to all U.S. citizens and resident aliens who open a share savings account with a $5 minimum deposit. So in essence, PenFed Credit Union can welcome anyone to become a member so long as they deposit at least $5 to open an account and they are a member of PenFed. Now, if you were to click on the link in terms of the credit union itself, it goes to another page and it gives a breakdown as to what Ken Tuman has listed as being some of the plus and minuses of PenFed Credit Union. He gives the rating of an A when it comes to the financial health of the institution. He also mentions that the current top rate for a money market certificate is 4.20% APY, annual percentage yield. Now, Ken is certifying this information. I'm only being a messenger in terms of conveying what's here on the website. But as anything that you find online, especially on YouTube, you have to do your due diligence. This is just a guide for you to shop around to see which credit union would best fit your needs. As we continue, there are about 200 reviews for this credit union. And when you click on that review box, all of the 200 views will pop up and it will give you a flavor as to what the current members are saying about the credit union. Now, it also gives a brief description, and I believe this is from the NCUA, the data that was extracted from the NCUA, and it says PenFed serves more than 1.6 million members, including many in the Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, Department of Homeland Security, Department of Defense, and the veterans of foreign wars. PenFed is one of the largest credit unions in the country and offers a range of banking products and services in addition to credit cards and loans. So that is a broad field of membership in the sense that anyone could join. But as I mentioned earlier, primarily members of the armed forces comprise the majority of that credit union. Why don't we take, that's in Virginia, by the way. The headquarters is in McLean, Virginia for PenFed, and they have about 48 branches. So let's go across to the other side of the country, and let's look at BQ, which stands for Boeing Employees Credit Union. Now, they're also a large credit union, and they're the second largest when it comes to all access credit unions. And they have an asset size of $29.87 billion. That's billion with a B. Almost $30 billion in asset size. And they have a larger number of branches. They have 61 branches, and they're based out of Tukwila, Washington. And I hope I didn't butcher that name, Tukwila or Tukwila. But in any event, they're in Washington State, that is, not Washington, D.C. And when we click on that particular credit union, how you qualify, it reads, membership in BQ is open to anyone through membership in the Go West Foundation. and the membership fee is $20. So in other words, you can join BQ if you have opened a $20 membership at the Go West Foundation. Now, Go West is a credit union association made up of several credit unions across the Northwest. And what they do is they advocate on behalf of those credit unions when it comes to the legislature at the state level and the legislature at the federal level. And they are advocates, not just when it comes to public officials, but when it comes to just the various things that affect credit union members in those particular areas where credit unions are located under their jurisdiction. Then it also says membership is also open to the following: those who live in the state of Washington, those who live in the Oregon counties, and it lists Oregon counties, those who live in the Idaho counties, and those counties are listed, and then the employees, retirees, volunteers of BQ or the Boeing Company. So there are various means by which you can become a member of BQ. But if you don't fall in any of those specific categories, if you were to purchase a membership fee for $20 with the Go West Foundation that does very good charitable work, then you can be a member of BQ. So why don't we just click on that credit union to expand the page? And they too have a financial rating of A as in Apple, a financial health rating of A. And according to this site, it says the top rate for a member advantage savings account is 6.17% APY. Now that's impressive. 6.17% APY. All right. So why don't we go further down the list? That was the top two. But let's go further down the list and let's go to a smaller all access credit union. I want to go into the $500 million asset range. Is that all right? Why don't we go to Mississippi in the Delta in the South? And there's a credit union by the name of Hope Federal Credit Union. Isn't that a great name? It's always good to have hope. Even when you're down to your last dollar, it's always good to have hope. And Hope is a federally chartered credit union. And when you click on their eligibility requirements, it reads, membership in Hope Federal Credit Union is open to anyone in the United States who is planning on opening certain accounts. That is a Hope Saver account, a Hope Club account, or a Hope CD. And then other accounts are limited to residents of Alabama, and it lists all the states. And then there are specific membership requirements that are listed on the credit union's online application. But for the most part, it appears to be an all-access credit union. And their asset size is about little over $579 million in assets. And they're headquartered in Jackson, Mississippi. So let's click on another credit union. And we're going to go down into, let's go to the very last open credit union, which is Vision Financial Federal Credit Union. And their asset size is $57.5 million in assets. And here you qualify, it says, membership is open to anyone through membership in the North Carolina Consumer Council. They're located in Durham, North Carolina. So to become a member, you just have to join the North Carolina Consumer Council. And that's only an $18 membership fee. But aside from that, if you are someone who lives, works, or worships in select areas of Durham County and Cumberland County in North Carolina, and also if you're an employee of Durham Veterans Hospital, GTE and Verizon of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, and other select employer groups where there's about 50 of those, then you too can become a member of this credit union. But if you don't fall within those specific categories, then you can join the credit union by being a member of the North Carolina Consumer Council just by paying an $18 membership fee. So that, in a nutshell, is how to search and find an all-access credit union. And that is found in the big list of credit unions anyone can join. And that's, again, the address, depositaccounts.com/credit-unions/anyone's -can-join/. And as I mentioned, I'll put that website address in the description of this YouTube video. All right. That ends this video. I hope that was helpful information. I hope that you would hit that subscribe button. Also, if this was valuable information to you, please hit the like button as well so that we can continue spreading the good news about CUs or spreading the good news about credit unions. Mark Brantley signing off here, and hope you have a blessed rest of the day. Take care. Bye-bye.